Hi guys, welcome to another movie crew review. Today we'll be reviewing the movie Poor Things.
This movie stars Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, and Willem Dafoe.
So the film is based in a Victorian era style steampunk world, and it's about a young girl named Bella Baxter as she learns the ways of the world and enlightens herself. It's got Willem Dafoe as a father-like figure to her, and it shows her adventures and learning the world firsthand from a child's point of view. So let's get into the review, guys.
Alright, yep, I'll take it. So, if I say this movie is weird, that wouldn't even suffice. This movie is crazy. There were so many different things thrown at you even at the start. The first scene is sort of the blue palette color, then it goes into black and white. And from that point, I was hooked into the movie. And then it just takes to a very different journey. Like, Willem Dafoe plays a father figure who's a Frankenstein stuff going on over there. Yeah. And Willem Dafoe's character takes the brain out of Emma Stone's character's baby and put it in her head. So
when you say it out loud,
okay.
It sounds so bad.
It sounded, yeah. Okay. Even we watched the whole movie. Wow.
Oh man.
Actually happened. Okay, yeah. That's the plot of the movie, and I just couldn't stay still. The movie was just crazy. I'll let you guys take the lead, but I'll get back to it. Yeah.
So, you alright for me to go next?
Yeah, go.
I don't know what it was, but serious tones just coming across like the film. Every time they tried to be serious, I just couldn't stop myself from laughing. Yeah. I think Mark Ruffalo's character was really funny in this film.
Yeah, it was
because he's got anger issues, but he's trying to be like an upstanding guy that's also a bit sleazy.
Yeah.
So he's
very much so.
Trying to be like upstanding member as like a front-facing thing.
Yeah.
But then he's very like sleazy throughout the film. But he's just such a funny character. I reckon he's like the comedy center of the film, because I think Bella's an interesting character to see her develop. Because you can tell, because she's a child's brain in an adult body, you can see her developing throughout the film. Even her speech is a very good way to track it. As she educates herself more, she tends to find that she's learning how to express herself, but also like more free speech and more free will, things like that. So I think Willem Dafoe was really good in this film.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to do a Scottish or English accent, and it half went to the Willem Dafoe half the time. So yeah, he's like Dr. Frankenstein. You know, you see a lot of things in the garden, I think at the start, that are real funny, like a duck on a dog's head and then a pig on a chicken's head. It's really strange, but just the whole film, it's quite funny, and I think it is, because it is a dark comedy, it really does that element well. I know most of the film, it's a bit jarring when you watch it, because it's shot in a lot of fisheye and wide angle lenses, so
a lot of them,
it's done, and then they do very close, tight shots in that round circle. It can give you a headache if you're not prepared for that kind of thing.
Could be.
But yeah, I think the director really did a good job. Like in my opinion, he used colour well, he used the angles, it was a dark comedy, so, and it was funny, but yeah, I mean, I went in with an expectation, I got what I expected, so can't ask more than that, I guess.
Now I've been holding this in now. But that was pretty effed up. That whole movie, for me, it's like I took my brain and they just scrambled it up. Like, I didn't know anything about this movie. All I know, it was nominated for so many Oscars, la-di-da-di-da. And I go in watching it. Oh my God, did that take me for a ride. Like, I liked it. Like, it kept me engaged. Some spots in the movie I felt like, shit, I feel like it's taking a bit longer than it should. But I still wanted more. It was weird. It was so, I'm sitting there, I didn't know how to feel in most scenes. whether to laugh, like you're saying, to be serious, like, it's right in between there, the sweet spot. And it makes you, the whole movie I was just thinking, like, this is effed up.
It is,
But
it is.
I want more.
Yeah.
Why? I'm like, why do I want more of this? Like, I'm happy I watched this movie. And might I add, the music in this movie is
Fantastic soundtrack.
it's I don't know, it makes you feel ick is the word I'd use. That word is perfectly for me describes that movie. This is the soundtrack. It's just ick. It's just oh, that's every time the strings, my lord.
I mean, the film is like that kind of. It gets darker and darker as you get into it.
Yeah, but it's graphic, but without being graphic.
Yeah.
Does that make, it's very, like you see a lot, but I didn't feel like squeamish.
No.
Like most times, like I watch like a hospital scene or something, I get squeamish. But this, I don't know, I felt there's certain,
I don't know.
maybe it's the way it was
Period.
shot.
Their focus wasn't on the
Yeah, but when he's
like
cutting
slicing
Will into
things
flow,
up,
like it's very close up. Like
It
usually
is.
that would make me squeamish, but I don't know whether because I knew it was like.
I think it's because,
aspect
but
of
to be
it.
honest with you, the characters really, in every scene that they have some kind of a surgery or an operation, the characters are pretty like talking and into it.
very
The focus is not the operation, the focus is the development of the story.
Yeah, true.
And so I think you're concentrating on what he's saying, like when him and Bella are talking, there's a scene where she wants to go with Mark Ruffalo's character on a journey and he doesn't want to, but the scene starts with him slicing up a brain on the cutting table.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you're more focused on what they want to say than opposed to the, you know,
Yeah,
the
but that
gore
stuff
aspect.
never makes me squeamish. It's more like the hospitalization, like when he's doing the stuff like, that usually makes me squeamish. But obviously the brain on the table, because there was no head, it was just the brain. For me, it doesn't really affect me. But it's more the surgical stuff. But it didn't. It was weird. It's just weird. I don't know how to react to this. It's weird. Like, It felt a bit long. I might add that. It felt.
Well, it is 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably about 20 minutes too long.
Yeah. But the story is fantastic. And Emma Stone, well deserved
Oscar,
for her
definitely.
nominations. At this point in time, we don't know
Yeah.
what this movie has won, but her performance.
She did deserve the Golden Globe, I must admit. It was a
performance,
really good performance.
At the start of the movie, I'm like, obviously knowing that she won this award and all this talk about it, I'm like, I can see it, but I can't see it because she's very linear. Like it's very childish. And I go, for a good reason.
Yeah.
But then as the movie goes on and she's getting more complicated, her character just freaking, I don't know, her acting just, it evolved with it and it just felt natural. It didn't feel like
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was just like a sudden change.
Yeah.
It felt gradual, like you were
Very
there.
gradual. Yeah.
So you don't really notice it, but then all of a sudden you're like, she started off barely speaking, now she's speaking in a way that people can understand, and then all of a sudden she's communicating so effortlessly.
Correct. It's like when Mark Ruffalo's character came and told her, like, you're reading so much now. Like, when did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, you actually felt that when that scene was playing, you're like, oh yeah.
We never
you don't realize. Sort of.
It's like he pointed it out to the audience. You're like 3 steps behind when you know. You're reading so much. So what are you doing? I don't know. What was he supposed to be? Was he supposed to be French or English or I don't know?
I just thought he was just a wacky guy.
Wacky guy.
John.
Like he, I don't know, like, lately, what do you call it? Accents have been
very
on and off.
But I must admit, Emma Stone's accent in this one was quite well done for an English accent. It doesn't really fade in and out. It's the same the whole way through.
It did.
Yeah.
So, like John, you said, the shots were amazing. There was a shot I think it was at the beginning somewhere. They're walking down the street, and there was like a curved.
Oh yeah, it goes like wide angle when he's going through his house.
Oh, that shot was so good. And the movie is sort of structured in different chapters, like where she's going now, like Paris, she's going to this place, and that was a good choice. I do have few problems with the movie.
Yeah.
So, like you said, the movie felt a bit long. So, there is an aspect of the movie which is sort of very much into the sexual stuff.
Yeah.
And I felt like that just kept going and going.
Yeah,
They
it got a bit
bring-
much.
was too
I think 1 or 2 would have been
Yes.
like a good number. Like when we get to 10 or 12, I don't know, I lost count. And that's like, yeah.
But I think, personally, if you only had 1 or 2, you'd feel like she's only been there not that long.
But I think even like they could have done it that you see her come up the stairs and down the stairs a few times, and it gives you an idea.
Yeah, but
you don't need to
it's
actually
kept
see it.
But it's all character development.
I
Like
know.
when you watch it's not like pointless scenes,
It is
naked
not
and
pointless.
all this stuff.
But if they could have added something else, like some other layer, like from a child's perspective, instead of too much into the sexual stuff, I think it could have added more for me. It's just me.
Because her character, at that point, she's just completely down the sexual side.
She was pretty much on that
Yeah,
road.
so
She
it
was.
fitted the story and the character. So I don't have any gripes with it because I felt like it fit. But I understand it feels like a lot. But it's supposed to. That's what it's supposed to do. Like, it's a creepy movie. Like, it makes you feel weird.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know. It's not brain friendly. You're not supposed to sit down through those scenes saying, "Oh wow," like.
I'm not gonna
No,
say
but I'm
that.
saying like that.
I'm
But it's
saying
supposed to
this.
make you feel uncomfortable.
Yes, but I would have loved if there was some other aspect which have added another layer to her character.
How many layers you want, bro?
I like
Look
onions.
it up.
Do you have any other? You have any other gripes, Moo?
No. For now, I don't.
Layers. Layers. We just watched Poor Things and you're complaining about layers.
You know what?
There were so many layers.
There are too many layers. I would
there's
added
too many layers.
one more layer.
What?
Just one.
One more layer.
I will say the one person who isn't really advertised in this film, but does a great performance, is his assistant who comes in at the start of the film.
Oh yeah, the one
surgical assistant,
Yeah.
Max McCandles. What a great character name. Whoever thought of that, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Mick
that's great.
Candles, like, come on. But yeah, it's really I'd say four characters that are crucial to the story.
Yeah.
You know, Godwin, Emma,
Emma.
and Max.
Just later on, there's another character thrown in, really, but then that's it.
Yeah, it's
But that's
really
very-
right at the end.
Yeah.
That was one of those things that didn't really faze me if it was in there or not. So,
Yeah.
but I really enjoyed it.
That
So
was great.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. So since you have seen The Killing of Sacred Deer,
Yes.
it's made by the same guy, yeah.
Okay.
It is. And I don't know why he loves showing organs and stuff. Even when that movie opens, the first shot is
Yeah, the surgical.
the surgical stuff and the heart is, I think, pounding. And even this movie, when it opens up, there's a sort of focus through one of the body parts, and then it's just
Yes, a black and white
yes,
heart.
black and white, yes.
That makes sense because that Nicole Kidman scene in Sacred.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very reminiscent of the same film style.
So maybe he loved these things, you know, all the body parts. And
Yeah, maybe.
Good job, man. You keep doing that.
Scores now. So, how many brains are you giving it, Moon?
How many brains are lost? Or I'll give it 8.5. 8.5 brains. Yeah.
John?
Yeah, look, with this one, I'm in agreement with Moon. 8.5 brains out of 10, yeah.
For me, eight brains out of 10.
Oh, come on, join the club.
No, that's as far as I'll go. I'm happy that I've watched it. I've got no gripes, really.
Yeah, neither do I.
I did. Anyway.
Alright guys, make sure to like and share this video. Friends, family, make sure you get the word out. Thanks for 50 subs.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the subs. Love ya. And yeah, leave a comment of what you think about this movie. And we'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.